Okay, we're going to start with the nation. 6 Kaduna school children hospitalized after freedom. How IPOB, other terrorist groups are funded, says NFIU. Security men under fire over Binance chief. Government concedes 2% appointment quota to youths. CBN crashes retail forex rate by 3.4%. And FEC okays 1.2 trillion naira for 28 roads. And convention will hold tomorrow, says LP. Okay, which story are we starting with in Nation?
I could start with the major headline. So 6 pupils of Kuriga school freed from kidnappers then are receiving treatment in Kaduna. The military had said that yesterday. So 131 of their mates were handed over to the state government. The general officer commanding GUC 1st Mechanized Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Mayirenso Saraso, was the one who handed the children over to the Governor Uba Sani on behalf of the defense headquarters. And he said the military used kinetic and non-kinetic methods in securing their release from the kidnappers in Zamfara state where they were taken. He also confirmed that 6 pupils, 1 male and 5 females, were on admission at the Dalat Barracks Military Hospital. He said the children have spent 16 days with their abductors and they were made to trek long distances from Kaduna to neighboring Zamfara. The release of the children as well was secured without ransom payment, according to them, according to the federal government as well. And the children were united with their parents, and some of them, all of them were scheduled for a psychosocial therapy at Kaduna State Women and Children's Center before being taken back to Kuriga. They said they arrived at 2 p.m. in 3 coaster buses, and it's just a few of them that were limping because of some of the injuries they had gotten on their legs, but most of them looked really okay. After the psycho evaluation, then they will be returned to their parents as well. Out of the 138 people that were kidnapped, only 1 had died, which was a staff of the school. But the other children were rescued and all in good health.
Yeah, and the Kaduna state governor has been imploring people to stop spreading false rumors that they said it was 300 students, 300 and something, 200 and it wasn't, that he even went by himself. He said he went by himself to the school, got the register and everything. But apparently it was one of the teachers that had said originally that it was 287 people, pupils.
All right, so the Minister of Youth, that's Youth Minister Dr. Jamila Ibrahim Bill, said that FEC has approved additional provision for the restructuring of the Nigerian Youth Investment Fund. According to the minister, they've approved the institutionalization of a 2% quota for youth and 30% for women in all government appointments. Said, I am delighted to brief the gentlemen of the press that the council's approval to institutionalize a 2% youth quota, a 30% percentage of young people in all government appointments has been approved by FEC, and 30% for women. It will go a long way in addressing the long marginalization and exclusion of young people in decision-making, and will go a long way to encourage youth and young people's involvement and participation in decision-making across the nation. So that's a plus. 2% is not a lot, but at least for starters, is the right thing to do for now.
Let me never say, let me reserve my comment on the matter. If I don't have anything good to say, just don't say anything. IPOB, however, is a good story. Let me just take that. This is a story about how NFIU, that's the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, have uncovered ways that some terrorist organizations within Nigeria are funding themselves. They said that IPOB had registered members across 22 countries and at least 27 entities under different names, and they have registration amounts, they have dues, and these monies are received on a consistent basis from these different countries. They have registered in the UK, the US. There are 6 units in the US themselves, and they said they were able to repatriate over $160,000 raised by IPOB and funneled to aid transmission, media, broadcasting companies, even within Bulgaria, South Africa, and UK. The NFIS said they've gotten numbers and names of, addresses, not names. They said address and mobile numbers of leaders of affiliate groups across different countries, and they forwarded those details to law enforcement agencies for further investigation. They also mentioned that they discovered a particular, someone from the North Central region who received $350,000 in his betting wallet as a payment for kidnapping. So they said the kidnapping payment went through a betting app, XC betting app, and they found out that some other people use those betting apps to pay for kidnapping and all of that. It was a detailed report by NFIU. This is the Nigerian, let me repeat so that they know this unit is working, Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, and they are uncovering different schemes with which Nigerians, terrorist organizations are getting funded, which will probably help improve our security as a country. So it's a good news.
Okay, moving on now to the Punch. Binance chief FG contacts Interpol. Soldiers held over detainees escape. FG deducts 415 billion naira state allocations for debt servicing. CBN directs Bureau de Change to sell dollar at 1,269. FG threatens Gumi with arrest and condemns reckless statements. Picture story here. Ondo farmers protest alleged farmland takeover by Chinese firm. Kaduna hosts freed pupils. 28 kidnapped in fresh attack. Nigerians may spend over 725 billion naira on 2024 Hajj. And Igboho Gani Adams on warpath over assassination allegation. Okay,
I took the picture story. The farmers from communities in the Ondo West local government, they took to the streets to protest the alleged decision of the state government to take over their farmlands to lease to a Chinese firm. They said they came out in large numbers from different farm settlements, and they were protesting. They are from the communities Lao Show, Ulagba, Adejori, many Kabiesi, many like that. And they said they cited bulldozers on their farms. They are cocoa farmers. They said that they are known for the production of cocoa, palm oil, cashew, and other cash crops. It's apparently the state government had sold the land to the Chinese. And, so they are saying, please reverse this decision. Don't take away our livelihoods. They say we are dying, help our children. Chinese want to kill us. Ayeda tiwa jeki, ayeda tiwa.
Okay.
Save our souls, and many others. And they were chanting. And I think this is a very important topic, because what government should be assisting these people is mechanized farming.
Yeah.
So that this hunger will leave us.
End, yes. And they all even begged that if there's any fine,
which one is to go and sell to Chinese? Chinese will not come and
payment,
export.
Yeah, that the government wants to collect from them, they are willing to pay.
Yes, they said they are willing to pay.
Okay, and that's one more story. We're going to break.
Do we have time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take the story about the CBN. So everybody that is doing business in Nigeria abroad knows that the dollar fluctuation has been affecting businesses a lot, but the CBN has recorded positive feedback in being that they've been able to drive down the price. They said that they've been able to drive anything exceeding 1.5% above the purchase price. That's like the profit margin they can have for all BDCs. They've directed them to sell at 1,269 naira to $1. Said they gave it to them at 1,251 naira to $1. There's supervision, heavy supervision of all BDCs to be sure that they comply. If they don't, we as Nigerians can also report them. They said that the naira had maintained the rate of appreciation 1,004 at the official rate for a while, but now they've sold to people. They've sold enough to BDCs to ensure they can bring the price down to 1,269. They also said that anybody selling, if they've changed the policies. If you are transferring money, their eligibility is $10,000. There's a maximum of what you can buy and what you can get. And I have to say this because when the price when it was skyrocketing, we all complained. And so when we're seeing the effects of the policies taking place, let us also celebrate them. And if you see a BDC selling above the rate that I just called out, 1,269, let's just give them to 1.3. You can report to the CBN and they would penalize the company because they've gotten the money for less than that amount of money.
All right, let's go on a short break now. When we come back, we continue with our reviews. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.